So I've got to the point now on High Street where I've done it all except for Princess House. And looking at the existing 1970s building, I feel that its scale and repetitiveness is just going to completely overbalance the whole panorama when all these sections are joined together. So what I'm thinking of doing is a little bit of artistic license and putting something else instead. And one possibility might have been to go back in history and show something that's been there before, and one example could be possibly the old Shire Hall. Although when I looked at that, my feeling was that it is actually just as tall as Princess House, and although a good building, maybe again a bit too great in scale compared to everything else. Although it does then quite neatly step down at the side to meet the buildings coming from High Street. So in the end, I've decided to just make something up, and the approach to that, you can see here a sketch for it, and the way I think I'm going to go about it is to take the other side of the square, the existing building, County Goldsmiths, and use that building as a clue, and effectively do a copy of that on the opposite corner. So it frames a sort of symmetrical approach to the square and the market hall beyond. And once I've got that, that gives me a sense of scale, and I would then, it's actually, although it's only 3 stories, it's still quite a tall building. What I would then do is step it down a bit so that the buildings between here and the House of Fraser are closer in scale to the buildings running up High Street on the other side of House of Fraser. And then House of Fraser is seen as a tall composition, not on its own, but taller than the others. And then by putting these little pavilions in here, they sort of are a classical repeat of the gables on the House of Fraser. Then what I think I'm going to do is put in the existing shops and tenants of Princess House, so HSBC in the middle, Starbucks at the corner, and I'll just be left with a little, just the way it's fallen out, there's a small shop here which I'll just make something up for. So a bit of a cheat really, but I feel that in the end it will help to make the whole panorama work, and it's just really a matter of scale, I think. So the way it would go is you've got House of Fraser, the new building up to the corner, and then the square drawn to scale is like that. So I'll show the statue of Clive in the middle of the square, probably not the market hall because it's so far in the distance, and then we pick up with County Goldsmiths and Islands Mansion, and then when we add to that everything leading up to it, that'll be about 6 feet long, which I think will make a nice overall image. So we'll see how it goes.